As long as it's...
All right, good morning. Glad you can all come out to this special press conference. I have some breaking news. Just like Michael Jordan said back in 1995 when he joined back with the Chicago Bulls, I'm going to modify the phrase just a little bit. PE is back. Starting on August 26th, we will be back in session with students. I thought I'd come and see if anybody had any questions to ask.
As long as it's one.
Yeah, you in the back.
After COVID hit, what did you do with the last few months of school?
That's a good question. When we had to start doing online learning, I made lessons for students to do every day. First started out with the choice board where they could pick anything they wanted on the list, and then for the rest of the time I made a different game every day for them to be able to use at home. Using home equipment, substituting for things that might not have had on the list, but it worked out well. Everybody liked it, became a big hit. Myself, I stayed home a lot. I worked out, I went to Walmart, tried to stay as safe as possible I could. Next question.
As long as it's one.
Right in the front.
Did you get a haircut?
Not since March. No. That's a good question.
It's one.
Any other questions?
That's great.
Far back over there.
Did you trim your beard?
Next question. People, can I get school-related
As long as it's
questions?
one.
Okay, this will be good. In the corner, oh, in the side.
What can we expect with PE this year?
That's a great question. I'm glad it's school-related. Thank you. PE is going to look a little bit different this year, but we're still going to have a lot of fun. Hands will be sanitized before class, and when leaving class, we got to make sure that we are clean. There will be assigned paw prints on the floor for each student to stand in when they come into PE. Equipment is not going to be used as much, but that's okay. We will integrate a little bit more of SEL into the curriculum, so health moves minds. We're going to try to raise donations this year, try to get up to $2,000. That way we can get maybe some new equipment for PE. As well, if we hit that number, I might cut my hair. Any other school-related questions? I think, yeah, you with your hand up. Yeah.
Are students going to have to wear a mask the whole time?
That's a great question. Yes, students will have to wear a mask, not the whole time though. Like I mentioned, with the paw prints, they are spaced out 6 feet away from each other, so they're physically distanced from their classmates. When they come in with their paw prints and stand on them, they can take their masks off, and we're going to try a different approach. There's a lot of different ideas going on out there. I like the wristband idea. They'll take their mask, they'll put their hand through the strap. If it becomes too loose, they might bring it up just a little bit where it's not loose. Now I know the problem will be is, well, what if their arms somehow got the contamination? Well, they can turn it over to where their mask, where their face is touching it, is not touching them. Does that make sense? Okay, they can keep it like this. Now if we go outside to play and we're bunched around each other, they will need to put their masks back on. But for right now, we're going to try to do this, and to make it where it's not too loose when they're playing. Okay? Any other questions? I think I see you. Yeah, you in the blue shirt.
You mentioned that equipment may not be used. Can you elaborate on this?
We don't want too many people touching the same piece of equipment. My goal is to make sure that every student has their own equipment when they come in. We'll start with tubs. Now, you are allowed to have 2 students play with one piece of equipment in an area, so they're at their own station. But they need to make sure that they sanitize that piece of equipment after use, as well as their hands. Not as much equipment is going to be used this year, but we're going to try to make the most of it. Any other ones?
As long as it's one.
Way in the back, brown shirt.
We all know that Disney was the field day theme for last year. Is this still the case?
Still going to keep the Disney theme. I did not want to leave it because we didn't really get a chance to get everything done for field day. We had to switch the theme up towards the end of the year because it was an at-home field day, so we did camp field day. That one went really well. But I have a lot of things stored and ready to go for Disney, so we're going to keep Disney in the pocket for this year and see what happens. I got time for one more question. Score related.
It's great. I love it.
Third row, right there.
Recording.
There's a rumor going around that you have something planned the night before school starts. Are you allowed to say what it is?
I do have something planned the night before school starts, but I am not allowed to say just yet. You'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. I still need to get approval, but it's pretty big. Students will really enjoy it when they see it actually happening. I appreciate everybody coming to this conference today. Make sure that you mask up
It's great.
and you stay safe. Have a great year. I'll see you later.
Listening to it.